Hello folks, welcome along to A Taste of Country with Lucia Butler. I've got a special guest artist here beside me. It's Eamon McCann. Eamon, welcome.
Hello Lucia, how are you?
It's nice to see you again, Eamon. It's been a while since I've seen you.
We were just after having a great night there in Seamus's place here in Conway 3, and it's been a while since we've been here, but we had a really fantastic night.
But it was worth the wait, I tell you, Eamon. You've done a great show there tonight. Well done. I always tell the listeners, I love your voice. Well done.
Thank you very much. No, I always enjoyed it over here, but I was just saying to Seamus there that we haven't been here for about 18 months. Between one thing and another, it just didn't work out, and it's great to be over again, and we had a ball of it night. Big crowd, and it really went very well, and we're in London tomorrow night again, over in Croydon, the other side of London, and then Birmingham Irish Centre on Sunday night.
So you're a busy man then, Eamon, aren't you, doing your tour of the UK?
Yeah, I mean, we always enjoy the UK, and the people over here that follow us over here are just second to none, and you know, how could you not like it, you know?
They're a great dancing crowd, aren't they, Eamon? And they'll have them over here. They
are, and they always enjoy dancing to us. They say that we have a good beat, and sure, when you get compliments like that, sure, you know, you always lap it up, you know, and you enjoy it. So no, we had a brilliant night tonight. I'm still on a high with it. But,
very good, yeah. Very good. Eamon, before we go any further, just let the listeners know you're from Omagh in County Tyrone, I believe.
That's right, a place called Creggan between Omagh and Cookstown, but my address, yes, Omagh. Though I'm a country boy, I'm not from the town of Omagh. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's where I was born and reared, and I'm still there with my wife and family in the same area.
So born and reared, sure. How many years? It's only a few years ago, really, since you started the music business, isn't it, Eamon?
Only a few years. I've been at the music from I was knee high, basically.
What started you off, Eamon? What would have started you off doing the music?
My father played the accordion, and there was sessions of music in our house from I can remember. Mm-hmm. And my father was actually a great singer. He had a great voice, very big ballad voice, different to my voice. He was more of a ballad singer. But you know, I remember people being in our house every night of the year, every night of the week.
In front of the open fire, you'd have them all coming in.
Yeah, and all year long, even when the turf and hay was being made, we were still making music at night, and we had some great times. So that really, music was a big part of my life, a big part of my upbringing. Mm-hmm. And you know, I'd still appreciate it. It's more when you get older, I think you do appreciate what led you to where you are today, and that's what led me to where I am now. My father and my brothers and sisters all sing and play, and you know, so I was always into music. Traditional Irish music he was into, my father, and which I still love as well.
Would he have been on a band, Eamon, your father?
He played in a Kelly band, but he wasn't one for. He wasn't one for you know, the commercialism of music. He was very much just into the music, and money didn't. It's not that he had loads of money. He didn't have, but he you know, he didn't see that as traditional musicians do. They play for nothing, and he would have done that all the time and played at parties and that, whatever, you know. But he never went professional in any way.
And how many is in your family, Eamon? How many siblings would you have, brothers and sisters?
Well, we have two brothers and 3 sisters, so there's 3 boys and 3 girls in my family, and I was the first boy. There were 3 girls, and then there was the 3 boys, so I was the first of them.
And who was the boldest?
Oh, me, I'm sure.
And did they all actually play musical instruments and sing? Like, was it kind of a thing that happened in your house? I
mean, we had myself and Colin and Hugh, my 2 brothers, we had a band one time, and we played all over the country. And they're still, you know, I think better musicians than I am. For, you know, I play the guitar just enough to get by, but they're quite good guitar players, and they've played in bands throughout the years as well, and they're pretty good singers as well. So my brother Hugh fronted a band for a while as well. But
can I ask you how old you were, Eamon? Sorry to interrupt. Could I ask you how old you were when you said that your family kind of were in a band together? How old would you have been? Was that when you were very young?
I was the oldest of them, but I was in a band from I was 16.
16?
Yeah,
wow.
But they're Colin's 10 years younger than me, and Hugh's 4 or 5 years younger than me. So once they were old enough, they were in a band with me then. You know, it was like, I think Colin's playing with me when he was 14 or 15.
Wow.
You know, and he's a really good bass player. He played a lot in America as well, and Hughes was a drummer, and he still plays guitar and whatever as well. So, yeah.
I know, Eamon, I know you yourself, you do love the old American country music, because I love your voice, as I said before, but I love when you sing the American country as well.
Well, you know, there's some things that people are good at, and some things other people are good at. I'm not as good at, I suppose, Irish country as other people are.
I wouldn't say that now, Eamon.
Well, I'm better at, I suppose, would you say American country music? But I just call it country music, you know, and to me it's kind of pure country music or whatever. But you know, that's what I do. That's what I'm good at. That's what I'm better at than other types of music. But you know, I love and appreciate all sorts of music. I love and appreciate like Irish ballads, like Dolores Keane is one of my favourite singers, for instance.
That was my next thing. Who would have inspired you, and who would you have grown up listening to when you were growing up, of course?
Funny, a couple of the Irish guys like Ray Lytham and Rolly Daniels, you know, and I didn't see any difference in those guys and George Jones and Merle Haggard. When I was young, I didn't even know where they came from, any of them, so it didn't matter to me.
Did you hear them on the old vinyl?
Oh yeah, and my sister's tape recorder cassette player, you know. You can hear the wind outside here tonight. It's really bad night in London.
It's quite rough, all right, and it is, but sure. But anyway, we had some lovely music here tonight from you. Well, can I just ask you, as you were growing up, then you said you were, you know, starting in a band. Mm-hmm. You said you were 16 when you first started on a band, and you never looked back.
Well, you know, I started in a band, but I wasn't professional in that time. I only went professional 21 years ago. But before that, I'd have played and did different things. You know, I was a car mechanic, and then I ended up teaching in a technical college, teaching car mechanic, and then I, you know, did car body work for a while, and then.
Good with the hands then, Eamon. I say you're good with the hands if you're a mechanic, fixing cars, of course, and playing the old guitar. Yeah,
well, I mean, you know, I always liked fixing things, I have to say. It was always something I enjoyed doing. But you know, I love music, and it's probably my first love, and it was always there. I just felt that you know, it wouldn't be insecure enough when I was raising a family, I suppose, but then eventually was thrown into it, recorded an album, and then Ritz took it on, and kind of one thing led to another. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't forced on me, but it was certainly a big attraction, and then I went into it.
What was your first album? Can you remember?
Oh yeah, I do remember. Gold in the Mountain was my first album with Ritz. I did record a tape before that called I Give You Music, which was never out in CD, and recorded a lot of good songs on that. And
would you ever consider putting that on a CD and putting it out there?
You know, I might do that sometime.
Great idea, I think.
But I have about 10 albums out altogether since that, so you know, the old ones you tend to forget about and go on to record new ones. Mm-hmm. And I have another one coming out now in the springtime. Mm-hmm. And a complete album. We have a single just released of it.
Yeah, I have it here in my hand, Eamon. Well done indeed. Yeah. And I've had a listen to it. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. That's what I have to say to you on this single.
Oh, thank you. So, you know, it's a great compliment, that. But, you know, because I wrote it, and no, just, you know, a lot of people know anyway, but my wife was going through chemotherapy recently, and she's only finished there the other day. So I think to help myself, you know, it was therapeutic for me to write a song about it. So that's what I did. And it's everybody seems to love it, and it was a while before I could actually sing it to anyone when I wrote it, but then I picked up the courage and was fit to do it, and then so it's a lot of people like, so I'm hoping that they do like it. I just it helped me, but at the same time I just hope that it helps other people, and there's so many people, unfortunately, in the same situation. But Margaret's going to be good. She's got the all clear. She's going to be fine. So we have nothing to worry about. I don't need sympathy of any kind. But you know, it was a tough time, and we're over it now. So we're out the other side. Well
done, Eamon. And on this occasion, I'd like to wish her well on behalf of myself and all at IrishCountryMusicRadio.com. We'd love to wish Margaret the best, and the song is beautiful, and it's great to have done it, and it's a lovely positive song, so well done to you.
Well, thank you very much, Lucia, and thanks to all at irishcountrymusic.com and to Pat and all the team there, and for you for coming here tonight and having such an interest in my music, and for giving me so many plays in the radio. I do appreciate that very much. And you know, it's people like you that make people like me, there's no doubt about it.
There is a song, isn't there?
Yeah.
But I know this song, going back to your single there, Eamon, it's such a fantastic song. You're going to actually do a video to it and put it out there on all the Sky channel.
Yeah, well, people advise me I should do a video, so I think that's what I'll do, probably. Yeah,
I think you should, because it's a beautiful song. I do believe the world should see it and hear it.
Oh, thank you very much. The song is called Love is Just a Natural Thing You Do.
Very good. It's a great title indeed. Now, and this is going to be on your forthcoming album, Eamon, which is going to be out in a few months' time, am I right?
Yeah, it will be. And there's a lot of there's another couple of my own songs in it as well that I wrote recently. I always have 3 or 4 of my own songs in every album, and there's a lot of good songs like Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, the old favourites, you know, that's the people love. So looking forward to that album, and a couple of very good songs on it, I think, you know. But you're always excited about your new album.
Yeah, and I think that's a great name for your new album. I don't even know the name of your album, but beautiful name.
You think so? Well, that's the name of the single, but yeah. I don't know what I'll call the album yet. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, but in a few months' time, Eamon, we look forward to that, and hopefully catch up with you then and do another interview with you. If people want to contact or buy any of your albums, how would they go about doing that? Do you have a website?
Oh, I do indeed. It's just eamonmccann.com, and they can buy all the albums on that website. That's
eamonmccann.com.
Yeah, just Eamon with one N, and that's the way.
And you're also on Facebook, Eamon?
Also on Facebook, yeah.
Because I know after this interview, I know people are probably going to pop over and say hello to you, or maybe introduce themselves to you.
Oh, well, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to answer them all. You know, when I went on Facebook first, I wasn't very familiar with it, so I'm only getting used to it. But I think there's about 7,000 or 8,000 followers on it at the minute, and I need to start looking about them.
It's great, though. It can be a great thing that.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I think it's brilliant, and especially the young guys in music, like like Derek Ryan and Nathan Carter and all those guys now. They avail of that quite a bit, because all their fans, the young fans that they have, are all on Facebook, and I think it's brilliant for them, and it's great to see those guys doing so well as well.
And what do you think about the country music? Do you think it's still alive, kept alive?
Well, sure, of course it is. You know, I mean, like the likes of Nathan and Derek Ryan are just they're bigger than any of us have been for a long time, and you know, some of the crowds are drawn to gigs. It's going back. You know, it's nearly as big as Big Tom would have done years ago, and so that's brilliant to see. You know, and it's just great to see those lads doing that. Great to see so many young people coming out to hear country music. So I really, really wish them lads all the best, and all the young lads that continue. Like, you know, that's all around, and it's just nice to see it being continued on, because there's something special about country music. You know, and I think we all feel it in our hearts. And sometimes we can't explain it, but you know, it's
very therapeutic, good for the body and soul.
It is, and music in general is, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
And to see all these youngsters out jiving, it's fantastic. These 19, 20, 21 year olds. I often sit down and I just look at them and listen to great music.
You know, when we were playing first, a lot of young people followed us. But they didn't want to be seen following country music that time. There was a generation of that, but now young people, fair play to them, are doing their own thing, and they are not one bit ashamed of being seen to be following country music, because there's so many of them out there, and they've got over that, and country music's got over that hurdle, and now people, you know, I think it wasn't seen to be cool at one stage for young people to be following country music.
It is now.
It is now. Yeah. It is cool now, and you know, that's great to see, and it's great to see the likes of Gareth Brooks coming over to Ireland, and you know,
causing a bit of a stir there all those days.
Oh, great. Yeah, but I mean, you know, so many people. I mean, has anybody else ever done that? And you know, there's a country artist doing it. So you're talking about all sorts of music that's been in Ireland, been all over the world, and that's been the biggest sellout ever. So we should be very proud of Gareth Brooks. We should be very proud that we're in country music.
Absolutely, and he did say he'd return after how many, 16, 17 years he's there before?
17 years, yeah. And I was there 17 years with him before, and he's still coming back and do the same thing again. So I mean, that's great tribute to the man.
But you talk about all those big names. Also, around the scene, you have got a lot of other unrecognised names there would have wonderful voices, and it is quite hard to make it now this day and age, isn't it, Eamon? Out there, you would have lots of voices, all over the country. I have never, all these youngsters coming up now, and I think it's absolutely great. Everyone brings something unique to the fore, don't they?
Oh, of course. Everybody has their own sound and their own songs and their own followers. So it's great to see all the young lads coming along, and some of them will do better than others. But none of them should be disappointed if they make it at all, or at the recording album. They should never, even the least of them, should never deem themselves as a failure, because anything you do at all is always positive and always worthwhile. Absolutely. So I would always encourage them to, be thankful for what they've done already. It's
a gift, isn't it? I mean, to be able to write a song or to sing a song is an absolute gift. So keep up the good work, each and every one of those people that would be out there doing it on the scene. Every
one of them is as important as the other. It doesn't matter what crowd they draw. If they all have their own. Every individual, actually, I believe, is more important, is just as important as anybody else. So it's everybody should have their own confidence.
Yeah. Okay, Eamon, well, do you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you, and it's great to see you over on your UK tour here, and we'll look forward to your return. And of course, all the listeners will continue to request your music, and we'll continue to play it for you. Okay, so from Lucia Butler and
Eamon McCann.
Okay, God bless listeners, and thank you very much.
Thank you.